Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today I am going to share with you a very interesting game of Mikhail Tal versus Alexander Koblenz, who used to be Tal's trainer. The match was played in Riga in 1961. After move number 12, Mikhail Tal sacrificed his queen. That was just an amazing move. So without wasting your time, let's start the game. So the first move was e4 by Mikhail Tal, then c5, the Sicilian defense, and f3, then d6, d4, c into d4, knight into d4, then knight f6. Now knight c3, then a6. Sicilian defense, natural variation. Then bishop g5, and now e6, then f4. Now bishop e7, queen f3, queen c7. Now long castle and knight b d7. Then bishop e2, and now h6, then bishop h4. Now b5. He played b5 for open this diagonal for his bishop. Then e5. Then Mikhail Tal played e5. After e5, Alexander Koblenz played bishop d7. And now Mikhail Tal captured his opponent's knight. E into f6. Then bishop into f3. Now bishop into f3 for attack his rook. Then d5, and now knight into e6. Another sacrifice, and that was just a brilliant move. Knight into e6, then f into e6, bishop h5 check. Then Alexander Koblenz played g6. He played g6 for that. After g6, bishop into g6. Now king f8 and king f8. Then after pawn capture, he can play king g7. That's why Alexander Koblenz played g6. After g6, Mikhail Tal played bishop into g6, then king f8. Then f into e7 check, and now king g7. Now Mikhail Tal played bishop g3, and bishop capture is a blunder because after king into g6, white can play f6 check, and he can capture his queen. So after bishop g3, then Alexander Koblenz played knight f6. Then Alexander Koblenz played knight f6, then rook h e1, then b4, and another sacrifice, rook into e6, b into c3, then f5, queen b7 for this mate. Then Mikhail Tal played b3, and now queen d7, then bishop c5, and now queen into c6. And from there, queen into c6 was best, because after q into e6, and then f into e6. Now black had 2 rooks and a knight, and white had 2 bishop and a rook, and black had 4 pawns and white had 5 pawns. Then king into g6, then rook f1, then rook f1. Now knight a7. The best move was rook h e8, but Alexander Koblenz played knight a7, then bishop into h8, and now rook into h8. Then Mikhail Tal played rook f8, and after rook into f8 he can't capture his rook with his knight, because after knight into f8 white can play e8 and a queen. So Alexander Koblenz capture his rook with his rook. Rook into f8, then e into f8, and now knight into f8. Then white played e7, and now king f7. After e into f8, white captured this pawn, and after king into f8, Mikhail Tal played king d1, and Alexander Koblenz just resigned, because after king d1, king e7, king e2, king d6, king d3, king e5, now king into c3, now king f4, now king d4, then h5, king into d5, now king e3, now c4, then king f2, c5, king capture, c6, king captures, then c7, after king g3, and that's just the winning position for white. I hope all of you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, so please like, comment, share and subscribe, and please subscribe my channel, and please follow me on leeches.org. This is my leeches ID thunder070. So thanks for watching. Bye.